Yeah, I just block those people.
Do you?
Or
I
I'll
don't think I've ever
unfollow
blocked
them.
anyone.
I'll
Yeah.
unfollow
Because
them.
you can be their friend and not see their posts, right?
Yeah, that's what I do is unfollow them if they're too much.
Have you ever blocked anyone on any sort of social media?
I blocked someone today.
Was it fucking me?
I just didn't know who I just didn't know who they were, and they were friend requesting me.
A girl or a guy?
A girl. And you know how they have like one picture, they don't have any posts. All their posts are from yesterday and today. You know?
So someone created it to fuck with you, probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
And we had one friend in common, you know, and I was just like, "No, you're not getting me today, Amy." And I just
Wait, is it the same person though? Is that why you blocked him?
I didn't know who they were.
I guess why would you just not accept it?
Because I check shit out first. Like I'm
Yeah.
not just gonna like
Is your account private?
No, I don't think so.
You should just
But
make it private.
I don't make friends. No, I'm okay with denying people. I'm okay with that, you know? Like I don't want to be friends with someone that I don't know. You know, I'm not going to be friends with a random person.
Would you though, if you were single and it was a really hot girl?
Probably not.
I think I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've
even
been
if
in a
it
relationship for
doesn't
so
check
long
out-
that maybe I wouldn't, but I feel like I would. Like at least the old me before I was in a relationship.
What
would've.
if you look at it and you're like, for sure, this is a bullshit account? You're still gonna
Yeah,
accept it?
no, for sure not.
And hope that it's not.
So let's say it's
some
not, though,
crazy
because you're right.
Snaggletooth dude behind it or something.
Yes, let's say you're right. Because if you look it up and there's like one friend and or like maybe even like 10, even like 100 friends to me is like
Yeah.
still pretty low, and low enough to be like, this is weird. They maybe just added a few people just to
Right.
look so. So I for sure wouldn't there. But if it was like a really good looking girl and I was single, and we had maybe like 10 or 12 friends in common, she had a full list of people, I think I might do it.
Okay.
Would you?
In that situation,
if you were
yeah.
single and it was like
Probably.
it's weird how that works though. What if same exact situation? It looked like a real account.
Mm-hmm.
You had a few friends in common, but it wasn't an attractive girl.
It don't matter.
Would you still add her?
Yeah, because I feel like for some reason she feels like she knows me or I know her or
don't
we
think
have
I
something
would.
in common. You wouldn't?
I'm calling myself out on
Shallow
this.
as fuck.
I am shallow as fuck when it comes to that because there's something weird about it. Like, and I'm just being honest. I'm not saying I'm proud of that, but I feel like we were talking about this in the last podcast. If you're an attractive person, you get away with extra shit for whatever goddamn reason by both men and women. It's the same thing. Like less with men to other men.
Okay.
I think so. It's just my opinion. But for sure it happens, like in general. Like if someone's better looking, they just seem to get like a different kind of treatment, I think. I know I treat people differently like that. But then again, it's not in a shallow way. I definitely don't do it now, but it's just weird. I just noticed that in society. Like there's a show about that where they do a girl getting kind of not abused, but like talked to roughly at a restaurant.
Okay.
And they film it. And they do it with a less attractive girl and then like a really attractive girl. And the less attractive girl, people fucking mind their own business. The hotter girl, like all these dudes stood up like, hey man, you can't talk to her like that.
That's fucked up.
And so it is fucked up, but it's for sure a real thing. We can't deny that. Like there's, for whatever reason, like it just hits you a different way.
Yeah.
So anyone that says those things don't matter, they for sure matter. They shouldn't matter, but unfortunately they do.
That makes me think I think that there's a thing between men and women as well, right? So say like a bunch of guys are shooting the shit and talking shit to each other and they're talking back and forth and calling each other names or, you know, digging on them, ragging on them for something and
Yeah.
joking with each other. But as soon as a girl speaks up, they'll just be like, ooh, they won't really be like, well, you're a slut.
Yeah.
You know, you know what I mean? Because the guys would laugh.
That's very
But
true. That does happen.
But they wouldn't do that. And that's what happened with me a lot. We're at the job that we worked at together.
Yes.
There was a lot of supervisors that were
I feel
males.
like we can say the name because it's not even the name anymore.
Okay, RDD.
Yeah, it was RDD.
Yeah, so when
Plus
we were
I said
working
it in the last podcast.
Okay, cool. So when we were working there, like
Uh-huh.
I was with a bunch of male supervisors. So
Okay.
Marty and Frankie and all these guys, right?
They weren't your supervisors. They're other
No,
supervisors
we were-
because you were a supervisor.
Yes, right. So we were, all supervisors, and they would talk a lot of crap. You know how they are.
Yep, I remember them.
So
talking
they
crap.
would be talking to each other, and you're a loser, and this and that. And then as soon as they would be going back and forth for hours. And then as soon as I was like, oh, well, Frankie this, Frankie that everybody would be like, ooh, but they would never be like, and Ricky, blah, blah, blah. You know,
Yeah.
they would never talk
It
back
just
to
carry
me.
more weight though.
I wonder what it was, if it was because I was a woman.
That had to have
Or-
been part of it. What would be your guess if you had to diagnose that situation?
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, because that's what I've always chalked it up to.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman, or maybe they respected me a little bit more.
I think it was both.
Than each other?
They for sure respected you. But I'm trying to think of a time where that's happened to me. I feel like there's something extra burny about a girl that clowns on a guy. When you're a guy doing it to another guy, you got to be on it. Because you say something, you're like, dude, that's stupid. Like, you're not that funny. Like, guys will call other guys out.
Yeah.
But a girl, you can also say something stupid and get called out. But the bar's lower. Like, if a girl says something that's, like, kind of funny, where it would normally be, like, the right amount of funny, for whatever reason, it's extra, extra funny. Because it's like, not only did you get burned, but you got burned by a girl. But do you think it's the same way when girls do it to other girls?
I was just thinking about that as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think I get a lot of slack. I really do, and maybe it pushes me. It allows me to be a little bit more like sarcastic and
Really?
crass than I really should be.
Yeah.
But I feel like I get a lot of slack, even in my job right now. Like I
Like
I
with
will tell,
coworkers?
yeah, I'll tell people what I think,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll tell them to their face. And sometimes people, when they're talking to each other, they're like, they get all hurt or whatever. And I recall at least one time where I said something and my coworker was just like, only you could get away with that. Like, only you could get away with saying something, like, because I'm not saying it. I don't know if they know that I'm not saying it to be hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just saying it because it's honest. Or what?
Can you give me an example?
I wish I could.
What did you say?
I don't remember.
'Cause I feel like that matters.
I
don't think
know.
you've ever crossed the line. I know what you're talking about because I've seen you clown about stuff, but I don't think I've ever seen you cross the line with anyone. And so
Like,
it's always kind
I
of
know
like
that I
just funny.
say things, and it depends on the person too, right?
Yeah.
Like 99% of the time, if I say something that's like even slightly fucked up,
Yeah.
my wife is gonna be like, babe, like you went way too far, whereas you would probably be laughing, you know?
Yeah, I'd for sure be
And
laughing.
so it depends on who you're talking to.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the times, like, I feel like I just get away with shit.
Yeah, you probably do. You should start trying to like keep a mental log of it, and then so the next time you come on, you can be like,
Yeah,
all right,
I'll have to.
These things
I
happen.
try not to though. Like I try to keep this.
I feel like you should just do it if that's who you are. I feel like I get away with a lot of stuff too, but I know my audience. Kind of like what you're saying. Like I don't joke with anyone. If I have rapport, the hard part is if someone doesn't know I have rapport with that person.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm just being a fucking asshole.
True.
But the people that know, they're always like, oh, that's just Will. That's just how Will is.
Well, and I say stuff too, and then I immediately start backpedaling.
Yeah.
Always, because I'm like, oh crap, like how could this have been perceived? And I'm always like, shit, like try
Do you
and
do that
pat
instantly,
it.
or like,
Yeah,
really?
instantly. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to, what their reaction is. For the most part, unless like if it was you, that's one thing. But
I think you would know if I cared. I don't think you've ever said anything that hurt my feelings, by the way.
That's good.
And so, yeah, but I also think it's really hard to hurt my feelings because even if you did say something to
Try
intentionally
now.
hurt my feelings, I just don't know if it would work.